Good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Radhakrishnan, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, RVS College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss about reciprocating pumps and centrifugal pumps in the subject Fluid Mechanics and Machinery for the third semester Mechanical Engineering students. First, let us see in detail about reciprocating pumps. They are positive displacement pumps and they use piston or plunger for fluid movement, and they have high pressure and low flow rate, and they are suitable for viscous fluids and precise dosing. So these are all the specialities of reciprocating pumps. Inside a cylinder, a piston reciprocates and it is having a positive displacement. And next, when we consider about the working principle of a reciprocating pump, first, these reciprocating pumps are having two strokes. One is suction stroke. In suction stroke, the piston moves out, thereby it creates vacuum inside the cylinder. At the time, the fluid enters the cylinder. And the other stroke is delivery stroke. During that time, piston moves in, and so that pressurizes the fluid, and at the end of the stroke it pushes out through the delivery valve. The fluid is delivered. So it is the basic working principle of a reciprocating pump. Because the piston reciprocates inside the cylinder to and fro, this kind of pumps are termed as reciprocating pumps. And when we consider about their advantages and disadvantages, these kinds of pumps are having advantages like high pressure generation and accurate flow control, as well as these pumps are suitable for high viscosity fluids. And when considering the disadvantages of these kind of reciprocating pumps, the flow of these pumps are pulsating flow, and when we consider the cost of maintenance, that is too high comparative with the other pumps, and when we take the flow rate, it is low. So these points are considered for the reciprocating pumps as their advantages and disadvantages. And let us see another type of pump which is known as centrifugal pump. Centrifugal pump uses another principle, that is they are rotodynamic pumps, as well as they use rotating impeller to impart velocity to the fluid, and they have high flow rate, as well as considering the pressure it is moderate, and they are widely used in industries. Centrifugal pumps are having good application in industries. So comparatively, the centrifugal pumps have some advantages over reciprocating pumps. When we consider the working principle of a centrifugal pump, they are working with the basic principle of centrifugal force. The centrifugal pumps are having an impeller, and that impeller is rotated when the power is given to it through an electric motor, and that due to that the rotation of impeller, fluid gains kinetic energy and the fluid moves outward due to centrifugal force. That is why these kinds of pumps are termed as centrifugal pumps. And there are three kinds of casings for centrifugal pumps. One is volute casing, and the other one is vortex casing, and the third one is diffuser casing. The main purpose of casing is to convert the velocity into pressure. And when we consider these kinds of pumps, the flow will be continuous, but whereas in reciprocating pumps the flow will be intermittent. So this is the basic working principle of the centrifugal pump. So main principle is the flow moves outward due to centrifugal force. And when we compare the reciprocating pump as well as centrifugal pump, so in a reciprocating pump the displacement is positive. So surely there will be displacement, and considering the pressure, it is high pressure but flow is low, and but the output is pulsating. Whereas when you consider the centrifugal pump, it is a rotodynamic pump and flow is high and pressure is moderate, and you will be getting the continuous output in case of the centrifugal pump. So both these pumps are having their own advantage as well as disadvantage according to the application where we are going to use. That will be the basic criteria for deciding the selection of pump.
Today we are going to do experiments on pumps, especially two pumps. First one is constant speed centrifugal pump. The other one is constant speed reciprocating pump. As all of you know that pumps are used for lifting the liquids, especially water, from lower head to higher head. So in our fluid mechanics and machinery laboratory, we will be doing experiments on these two pumps, that is centrifugal pump and reciprocating pump. Before proceeding into the experiment, just you remember the basic theory what we have already studied in the FM subject. Centrifugal pump is a pump which is working on the principle of centrifugal force. This is the centrifugal pump which is attached to the motor, and this is a collecting tank. Similarly, this is the reciprocating pump attached to the motor, and this is the collecting tank. So whenever we are operating the pump, the water will be sucked from the bottom tank, and when the pump is operated, it will be delivered through this delivery pump to the collecting tank. We will be measuring the height of water level using this scale for a particular time, say for 10 seconds, like that. We can measure the pressure using pressure gauges as well as energy meters. So these are all the basic quantities we are going to observe and record it, and using the formulas for calculating the performance and efficiency of the pumps. That is our aim for doing this experiment. Okay, first let me tell you the basic principle of a reciprocating pump. So reciprocating pump, which will be having a cylinder and a piston arrangement, and the piston will be reciprocating inside the cylinder. When it moves from inner dead center to outer dead center, suction will be taking place, and it will be pressurized when the piston moves from ODC to IDC, and the pressurized water will be delivered to the collecting tank. Similarly, in the centrifugal pump also, when the motor is switched on, the impeller which is inside the centrifugal pump will be rotating, and the vanes which are provided on the impeller will be giving pressure to the fluid due to the centrifugal force, and the pressurized water will be supplied to the collecting tank through this delivery pipe. So when the motor is switched on, when the impeller is rotating, what will be happening? Water from the bottom tank will be sucked through the filter or strainer through the suction pipe. Is it clear? In some cases, initially water will not be sucked. because some air may be there. The process of removal of air is known as priming. That is, we will be filling water in the suction pipe completely and the existing air will be removed. After the process of filling the water, when we switch on, the water pumping will be continuously done. Is it clear? How to do the experiment, what is the basic concept and all? Okay, let me switch on the pumps parallelly. So the pump is working. The motor is rotating, pump is reciprocating, and the water is delivered to the collecting tank. So when we close, automatically the water level will be rising through this. Are you able to notice the rise? Water is rising now. So we are measuring the height. Okay. Similarly, in case of a centrifugal pump, when we are switching on the pump motor, water will be pumped. So it is delivering. Is it clear? Okay.
Thank you all.